welcome to the Lifestyle First podcast. My name is Dr. Alka Patel. I am your host and I'm here discussing lifestyle medicine and making self-care as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1 question, 2 research reviews and 3 actionable health tips in each Light Bite weekly episode, all centered around the Lifestyle First method, your blueprint for the 10 key roots of optimal health and happiness. This is Series 2, Episode 3, and the theme in the Lifestyle First method we'll be exploring today is identity. We are all driven by our sense of identity, who we are, how we define ourselves, how we perceive ourselves. We live in our own spheres, yet we're all part of one huge global sphere. So today, the one question we'll be exploring is, why does having a strong, positive identity matter? To explore this, I want to introduce you to the work of Abraham Maslow. He's a psychologist, and the 2 pieces of information I'm going to be referring us to today are his research paper from 1943, A Theory of Human Motivation, and his book from 1962, Towards the Psychology of Being. So Maslow, he developed the concept of a hierarchy of human needs, which is represented as a pyramid. When lower level needs are met, or at least partially met, then people reach for higher level needs to be met. And as a humanist, Maslow believed that people have an inborn desire to be what he called self-actualized. That is, to be all that you can be. So let's take a closer look at Maslow's needs. So our most basic need is the need for physical survival. So the base of the pyramid is physiological needs, our basic biological requirements for human survival: food, drink, air, warmth, clothing, shelter, sleep, sex. So the need to satisfy our hunger, for example, motivates us to seek food. Next level is safety needs, so the need to feel secure, law and order, financial security, health, safety from accidents and injury. And so, for example, our need for health motivates us to minimize our risks to our health. And without this need being met, our stress response can stay high. Next is social needs, so belongingness, love, interpersonal relationships, friendship, intimacy, being part of a group. And the need to belong, that motivates us to join sports teams or book clubs and develop trusting relationships with others. And without this need being met, you can feel lonely, rejected, rootless. Next is identity needs, self-esteem needs. So let's focus on this a few minutes. Identity needs, it's about value. So value you place on yourself, but also how valued you feel by others. It's that desire for self-worth and self-respect from others. And if this is met, you feel contentment and self-confidence. You're more likely to try out new things. If this need for identity and self-esteem is not met, you feel more fearful of criticism, fearful of failure. And at the top of the pyramid is self-actualization, self-fulfillment, being everything you're capable of being. You're self-aware with a strong desire to develop and grow in the direction of your identity. You feel more creative, more positive. You have a zest and you want to make a useful contribution to others. Now, the pyramid may not be something you follow in order, but reaching that level of contentment is supported by a strong, positive identity. Now, many of us have been fortunate enough to have been at the upper end of the pyramid, but the coronavirus pandemic has knocked us off no matter where we've been, and we're all at the bottom of the pyramid thinking about our basic physiological and safety needs above all else. And whilst we're all united at the bottom of this pyramid globally, this could also be a time of deep introspection, and you could find yourself simultaneously at both the top and the bottom of the pyramid. So use this time to ignite curiosity about yourself, engage in self-exploration, discover that inner you that you hardly knew existed, and see where this growth mindset takes you. Find the joy in discovering yourself. Finding and maintaining your positive self-identity will help you celebrate your uniqueness, bolster your self-confidence, and gain purposeful direction, perhaps in a different direction to the one where you were headed previously. So now, here are your 3 health hacks, your 3 activating actions, your lifestyle first prescription. This is my favourite part of the podcast because it takes us from theory to practice, and I can give you tools for thought and tips for action that really can make a significant difference to your health and happiness. So today I'm prescribing I-identity, and here are 3 ways to build your sense of identity. Now, you'll remember in series 1 we talked about the statement I am. Well, here are 3 additional statements strongly connected with your identity. Number 1, I can. A statement of your ability will help you understand how you identify yourself in terms of what you do. This can be anything you feel is important, something related to a skill, an activity, a thought, your career. Write down 3 I can statements. Number 2, I like. We associate our identity to the things and the people we like. I like traveling, or I like listening to music. The concepts of what you like make up part of your identity. So write down 3 I like statements. And number 4, we also identify ourselves through our memories. Nostalgia links us to our identity. So go back to your memory bank as far as you can and write down 3 I remember statements. And that concludes today's episode, making self-care as easy as 1, 2, 3, with backing and information from the field of lifestyle medicine. I really hope this has inspired you to take action. Please don't forget to subscribe and share, because the more you share, the more you too are instrumental in spreading messages of health that matter. And of course, please do leave me comments, ratings and a review so that I can continue to provide you with credible, motivating, thought-stimulating and practical information that lets you shape your health and be the author of your own health story. You can connect with me on all the usual social media channels at Dr. Alka Patel UK, and just use the hashtag the Lifestyle First Podcast or hashtag TLFP so that I can easily connect with you. And if you want to know more and access show notes and free resources, then just head on over to my website www.dralkapatel.com. I look forward to welcoming you back next week.